Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. Um, I don't know if 2017 has been dramatic or easy or smooth or better than 2016. For me personally, 2016 wasn't so great. But 2017 was filled with amazing new stuff. I made new friends, I met new people. I learned a lot, and I learned a lot about myself. Um, the one thing that I learned which I thought I would share with you, which is why I'm doing this live series, is that we drop our resolutions, not just New Year's, but we drop everything that we plan because some days something gets a little hard and we decide not today, I'll do it next time. And next time moves into tomorrow, and tomorrow goes into next week, and the next week goes into next year, and we haven't done it. This happens with all New Year resolutions, and the internet is filled with jokes about it. That I actually read one about resolution, which was the assumption is that you're going to fail. The assumption is that you're going to make these resolutions. You're going to want to be this. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to work out every day, and every day I'm going to go to the gym. At least this year is going to be the year. But a lot of people don't stick to those resolutions and tend to quit on them. And I always wonder, and I've done it too. I always wonder why we do that. And why would we choose to commit to something and then very easily drop it? We feel really bad about it, we feel really guilty. But we drop it anyway. The question is, there are lots of things that get in the way of completing or fulfilling any sort of resolution or commitment that you make. One of the main things that I feel stands in the way is that people overcommit. You decide to do an hour every day for the whole year, or if you're a little more realistic, then for a month, or and I don't know if you haven't been working out at all ever, or if you're hits versus misses like maybe once a week or twice a week, then don't you think that committing to or pushing yourself to commit to a whole hour every day is a little unrealistic and likely to cause you to fail? So I think that's one of the things that people do a lot. Today is a special day in terms of missing out on your goals. You can hear my voice. I partied a little hard last night myself. And the most common thing that people do is they decide to start whatever they're going to start on New Year's and on the 1st. And today is a Monday, which is a chronic I will start on Monday day. But you probably woke up with a little bit of a hangover and you didn't really want to do too much. And you're like, and you know what? I'll just take the day and then I will, I'll start tomorrow. And it's not the right day. It's not Monday. Good morning, Shivi. Hi, Shruti. Nice to see you. Miss you. And congratulations on the little baby. If it's not the right day, it's not the right time, it's not the right space. It's not very different from any other day, really. So it's why is New Year's Day or Monday special? It's not. But I decided today that the only way we are going to actually get this done is hold each other accountable. So if I have committed to doing 21 days with you live, which I had created an event for, I'm going to do 21 days live with you every day. My purpose is not necessarily to carry you through a workout tip or through a eating guideline or through emotional health or anything like that. So we'll do that also. My purpose here is that if you can commit to showing up for 21 days, that is all that really matters. Hi Anu, good morning. So the most important thing is to commit to showing up. That is the key to doing anything, I think. Sorry, it's a bit noisy now. People are all actually doing what they thought they were going to do today morning. So, yeah. So today is topic, according to me, would be how do you get yourself out of a party funk, deal with a hangover, and still manage to get something done which will contribute to your health and wellness. I'm not going to tell you don't drink. I'm not going to tell you don't eat out because, like I said, that's not realistic and it's not sustainable. I can tell you to never touch a drop of alcohol in your life. It's empty calories, and then the mixers are empty calories. We all know that. We know that you're going to go to somebody's party or you're going to go out somewhere and you're going to have a bowl of chips. But okay, that's a topic for another day, so we'll deal with that then. That when you go out and you don't have a choice, what do you eat? And I have a lot of clients who ask me that. They say, but I entertain a lot. I have to go out for business meetings and I go out for dinners. I can't just sit there and pick at a lettuce. I really need to eat something. So we'll talk about that someday as to what you really can eat when you go out. As far as hangovers go, I have a few tips for you. Very direct, very straightforward. You get up in the morning. Alcohol does a few things to your body. One of them is it dehydrates you, like anything. It may not feel like that, and you may have just this heavy-headed, nauseous feeling, but it dehydrates you. So the first thing you want to do is flush yourself with a lot of water. Just drink lots of water. It could be hot with lime. If you can take it, even better. It could be just plain water. It could be nimbu pani. It could be, just no coffee, because coffee will dehydrate you also. And that would be the normal antidote. People say, oh, I've got a hangover, so I'll drink some coffee. That's the worst thing you could do. It could make you sober if you're really drunk, but it will not relieve a hangover. Another thing that alcohol does is along with dehydrating you, it does give you a bit of a headache, and usually the headache is rectified by eating something high in protein and high in fat. That is why really greasy bacon and eggs breakfast makes a person with a bad hangover feel instantly better. So there's some wisdom behind it. Hi Parmita, good morning. So make sure that you eat something high fat. Try and avoid anything that would make your stomach feel funny. My daughter calls it stomach gurgling. So anything that makes your stomach gurgle, don't have that. Don't have things that are high in carbs or high in milk. They will not feel good. So high in protein would be best if you can eat an egg, preferably cooked properly in either coconut oil or ghee. It would make you feel much, much better. The emotional reason behind, it's like a self-sabotage thing. I'm telling you, today morning I did not want to do this live. I was all set to just stay in bed till noon. But, and that's, so just imagine, would you really want to go to the gym and work out today? So, thank you, Parmita. So is this better? She says she can't hear me. So, waiting to hear from Parmita. Is the sound better today? Now? Anyway, so, yeah, so as I was saying, if you feel that you're hungover and that you can't really function and you don't really know how you're going to get past that feeling, make sure you eat something high fat, high protein. Don't have coffee. Have lots of water, lots and lots of water, and I mean force yourself to have a lot of water. Hi Parmita, I'm assuming you can hear me now. There's something wrong with my mic. So yeah, now why do we use such things as an excuse? There is always a factor of self-sabotage everywhere. It's unrealistic. You cannot work out every single day for an hour. Especially if you tend to if you go to a gym and you're gonna have to travel and you're gonna have to fit it into your daily schedule and you have work. Hopefully a lot of people have the day off today. Is it a holiday? I'm not sure. But if it isn't, then you have to do work. You have to work also, right? So what I always recommend is that people do everything in small increments and try and get the speed bumps or the speed breakers out of the way. What would trip you up? What's going to trip you up. You know what stands in your way when you choose to do many, many things. You know that the excuses for not getting fit and the excuses for not working out are endless, and there are some really original ones out there. But it would be nice if you can identify what your trigger excuses are and try and just fight maybe one of them. So if you know that consciously you know that you're not able to commit to an hour, you're able to commit to 20 minutes a day, that's fine. What's important is creating the habit. For all you know, in another year's time, you will have done 20 minutes a day, and those 20 minutes a day will have compounded to a very different you than when you started off. They keep saying this thing about a year from now, you'll have wished to have started today, and that happens every year. Every year people say, oh, if I just stuck to my resolutions back then, I would be somewhere else today. And resolutions, fitness, investing money, taking care of your home, taking care of your kids, things that are macro but get pushed to the side, and I'm counting being healthy as very, very macro, because you really can't do anything else if you're not healthy. So, simple topic about how you would use being hungover and partied out yesterday as an excuse to not do anything towards your health today. But we can get past that. One is getting over the hangover as quickly as possible. So, again, I'm not recommending that you don't drink at all. It's not going to happen. I drink very, very rarely. I think we're just talking about it yesterday, I think twice a year. Christmas and New Year's Eve. But if you do, not that it's the best thing to do, it's not good for you at all. And you all know that. You know that your liver is going to slowly not be able to handle it as well as it did when you were younger. It would be one of the first things you should drink, you should drop. It's empty calories. So if you're looking to lose weight, it's the silliest thing you can do. We're not even talking about the alcohol itself. We're talking about the mixers that go in it. And your one decent cocktail would be an easy 250 to 300 calories. And when you had something to drink, you're also less able to make good decisions about what you eat. So it does derail the process altogether. And yeah, maybe holiday season is a little bit tough to completely restrict yourself, but during the rest of the year you can. So if your goal is to get healthy, then I would suggest that's the first thing you drop, alongside sugar, white sugar. If you can drop these two things, you're already well on the path to cleansing your system and setting yourself up for a much healthier you. So not using hangovers as an excuse, because I've given you all the tips we need to feel better from that. I will repeat them in a bit. What kind of exercise commitment can you make to yourself every day? The day I say that I want to work out, what comes in your mind? A really determined woman slogging away on the treadmill, and some guy lifting weights and dripping sweat, and then drinking this protein shake, and then being in so much pain that he can't handle it, and you're like, oh my god, it's too much pain, I can't take this. But exercise need not be painful. I mean, it could be if you want it to be, and people who are on a growth spree do that. They put their body through a little bit and they push themselves a bit because they want more. But everybody doesn't need to be doing that. You can do a little bit every day and make sure that it's done every day. So what could you do that's a small, measurable, achievable goal for yourself? Can you commit to doing 15 minutes every day? I had a client recently who said, my schedule's all over the place. She has a very full family, so she's catering to a lot of people. And every day, I mean, there's a new crisis every day, I'm sure. So I said, I dealt with having a very small baby and no help. So when I was working out, there were days, and I'm not kidding you, this is fact. I used to roll out my mat. She was in her cot, just recently changed, and I thought I had like a window of 30 minutes, let me do something. I would roll out my mat and sit on it and say, you know what, I'll just do some crunches. I can't handle it today, and sleep. I would fall asleep for half an hour till she woke me up. This has happened, and this is a very extreme scenario. This doesn't happen to everybody every day. I'm sure you have enough time to find a mat and stand on it to begin with. So that would be a small, measurable goal. Just get on your mat. If you do that, the next step would be maybe to do 10 crunches, maybe to do a wall sit, maybe to do a plank. You choose your poison, so to speak, and what would you like to do? It doesn't have to be more than It doesn't even have to be more than 5 minutes to begin with. Everybody has, frankly, everybody has an hour to work out. There are things that you're doing, I'm sure, that can be eliminated and 1 hour can be committed to fitness, but that's a different story. Everybody definitely has 20 to 30 minutes. Definitely, 100%. Everybody can make slightly better choices. So if I on my regular day decide that I will refuse one thing that I know is bad for me, that I'm putting in. Good morning, Nayan. Happy to see you here. You had said you were going to join. Thank you for coming. If I can refuse one thing I know is bad for me, and I can include one thing that is good for me every day, it need not be very big. It can be tiny. Don't you think that the effect will compound after a year's time just by doing that? But remember, once you've succeeded at doing that for about 21 days, like we're aiming to do now, you will not want to only stick with those little things. You'll want to add more. You'll be like, what can I do? What more can I do? What more can I try? So my little thing at that time was to get on the mat, because that itself was a challenge for me. If getting on the mat is okay with you, you can manage that, but then I don't know how long I can stay there. Then maybe your challenge is not exercising. Maybe your challenge is telling people at home that this is my half an hour, and for that half an hour, you will leave me alone. Hi, Binny. Good morning. So that's the most difficult thing, by the way. A lot of people are find it very hard to set boundaries for themselves and prioritize themselves and say, your breakfast can wait for 20 minutes, because this is my time. So again, so many layers. You can say, okay, if you're going to try and squeeze in a workout while you're also trying to send your children to school, that would be pushing it a bit, I think, for a busy mom. Maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe you can find a time just before your kids come home from school. Just half an hour. Go down and fetch them from the bus stop in your track pants. That's fine. But make sure that it is a daily thing and it's something you can accomplish. If it's something that you're likely to fail at, you will not do it. And once you don't do it, hi, Binny, how are you? And once you get into the habit of dropping it, it just becomes a habit. Anything you choose to make a habit will become a habit. If you tell yourself, no excuses, I'm going to do this, come what may, then you have to say, okay, I'm committing to something which I can't quit, no matter what. Okay, non-negotiable. How big of a commitment can I really make? Happy New Year to you too, Binny. And I could not commit to doing 1 hour a day with a small baby. If you travel to, I have a friend who travels to Andheri from Vasai every morning and probably makes it home at 10 p.m. I don't think I can be cheeky enough to tell her, you must also go to the gym for 1 hour every day. She'll say yes to me, but she's not going to do it. Maybe she'll do it one day. And then she'll stop and she'll like, bye Supriti, I'm not, no thank you, I don't need your kind of training. So you have to be realistic with yourself the way I would be realistic with you. Hi Sindhu, Happy New Year. Sindhu is one of my older clients. She did an online workout with me and she lost a lot of weight. And I'm looking forward to maybe doing another series with her again. But at least we are on board with the 21 days commitment thing. So getting to the real point, why have I started this series of live videos? Now, I have committed to putting in about 30 minutes if I can, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, to talk to you every day for 21 days because I would like to handhold you. I'm assuming that you've joined, so you would like to take yourself to the next level. You'd like to make yourself healthier now. You'd like to actually complete a resolution that you made during New Year. And the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and we all want to be fitter. We all want to be fitter. I'm guessing you all agree that we all know that exercise is good for us. Is there anybody who doesn't think that exercise is good for us? I don't think so. I think everybody knows it's good for you. When you know it's good for you and you know it's something that you can add in small increments into your day, why don't we do it? Anybody who has any comments on that, please do post. Why do we not exercise? What possible reason would there be? There are excuses galore. You can say, I don't have time, I have to travel, I have work, I have kids, I have this, I have that, but the thing is, okay, in spite of all those things, we know it's good for us. And by exercise, I don't necessarily mean doing an entire fitness class or doing MMA or pushing tires around. No, I mean just exercising. Hi Sudarshana, good morning, Happy New Year. Hi Noella, how are you? Years and years and years and years it's been since I've met you. Happy New Year. But we don't do it. And I have been in that space as well. There are just days when getting up and pushing yourself is hard. But if you are to get past that, if you are to get past the tendency to make this promise and commitment to yourself and not follow through, what would be the easiest way to do it? So my tips would be, number one, remove roadblocks as far as possible. If you know for sure that your workout is timed from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and you're going to work out at home, and that is the time when the dhobi rings the bell, either you get rid of the dhobi and tell him to come at 7 in the morning, or you switch off your bell and commit your time to your workout. You have to make that choice. So maybe working out at 9 a.m. or then after 11:30 when he's gone would be a better thing. We all have these things that conflict with what we actually want to do, or we say we want to do, but we don't actually do them because there are these things, kind of like hanging in the air and they get in each other's way. So maybe you start by take the little things out of the way. So the first thing that I spoke about today, those guys who just tuned in, the first excuse we are going to create today in 2018 to not exercise or to not live healthier is that we are hungover from yesterday. So how do we get past that? I'm just going to give you a simple solution to get past it, because it's not something that you are going to have every day, but today it is going to get in your way. One, please hydrate. Drink a lot of water. It doesn't have to be any particular flavored water, just lots of water is fine. Two, if you're facing a headache and a slightly nauseous feeling and you feel that I'm going to throw up and I don't want to eat, that would not be the best thing to do. An empty stomach will make this worse. But don't eat any carbs, have lots of protein and lots of good quality fat. So I was just recommending that if you could just cook an egg or an omelette or something in ghee, you could start your day with that. Vegetarians, you could try something like a lightly seasoned paneer bhurji. That nothing too spicy, nothing too oily. Ghee is all right. Maybe coconut oil would work if that's something that you like and you can handle. I have my coffee full fat. Actually, I've been drinking bulletproof coffee for over a year now, which is just pure coffee blended with coconut oil and white butter. Hi Shalina, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Good morning. So that's my high fat dose for the day, and it keeps me going for the day. So I might just be able to handle that today also. But so start with those two things today and commit to yourself that I'm going to create circumstances where I'm actually able to follow through with what I have committed to myself. Resolutions has become just this word that we use, and it's assumed that you're not going to follow through with any of them. One resolution I heard was, I'm going to quit smoking, quit drinking, work out every day, and read 10 books a week or something like that. Now, if you're not a reader, is that realistic? I don't think so. The intentions are all there, but you're going to make a million excuses and just drop it somewhere. And the same thing happens with our health. For some reason, it happens with our health a lot more, because for some reason we consider it to be optional. It's okay if I don't do it. It's okay if I don't do it today, but eventually the not doing it also piles up on you. So why not pile up the doing it? But do it in very small increments. Choose something that you can definitely achieve, definitely accomplish. So like I was saying, the challenge for me that time was to just get on the mat and stay awake. What is your challenge? Do you have an access to the gym? But your challenge is that you can't time it in such a way that you get a full hour's workout. You like the gym, you don't hate it, but you can't commit to an hour. So you're like in a panic-stricken thing and you're like, I'd rather not go. Maybe you can change that goal to just being in the gym for 20 minutes. That's all. That's all. I'm not even saying on the treadmill for 20 minutes. I'm saying being in the gym for 20 minutes. Do it every day. And once you're there, it would be silly not to work out, right? So even if you get on the treadmill for 3 minutes, that's fine. And I'm using treadmill very generically. It doesn't mean that you have to get on a treadmill. This could be anything. Just go down for a walk. But if you're committed to just putting on your shoes and showing up, the next step becomes that much easier. getting to your workout or fitness goal, whatever that is, or your weight loss goal, or whatever you have in your mind for yourself in terms of being at your best physically. To get there, there'll be some 20 steps, 30 steps. Some of us have 100 steps. We are nowhere near our goal, which is okay. But then don't jump to step 50. I will work out every day 1 hour on the treadmill, and then on every other day I'll do weights also. This is a person who is not able to get to the gym in the first place. So where's the challenge? The challenge is not in what you do and how much you do and how long you do it for. The challenge is to get there and commit. Getting there. That is it. So each client I meet, each person I talk to, each diet I have given, oh Lord, the diets. People ask for diets. We all have it. And I was just telling somebody the other day that diets and workouts are no challenge now. You can just go online and get whatever diet you want. You don't really, well, you need a nutritionist definitely, because those diets are not customized to your body type. So if you really want great results, then obviously you would want a diet that is tailor-made for you. But being on a diet, you can do on your own. You don't need to really pay a dietitian for that anymore. The challenge is not getting the diet. The challenge is not joining the gym. The challenge is not finding a workout that you can do at home or on YouTube. There are a million of those. The challenge is in sticking with it. The challenge is in committing to something that doesn't fit into your regular schedule, inserting it in and showing up every day. And believe me, a lot of people have shown results by simply turning up. I had some clients who got really busy really early. So suppose they had somebody to work with who happened to turn up early. We'd miss a little bit of a workout. So did we hit? Hi Jasmine, good morning. Shalina, thank you for that one. She says, she has to stick to what I'm saying. So that's true, and we all do, and we all face challenges. It's not that I'm a excellence coach or a weight management specialist and I don't face challenges. I do. I have also had, I struggled with losing all. I've been fit for 20 years. After I had my child and after a lot of emotional upheavals after that, I struggled with weight gain also. It's hormonal, it's emotional, it's filling gaps in your space, so to speak, in your universe with food, because it's the easiest thing to access and it makes you feel instantly good. Now getting into what we can do instead will happen over the span of the next 21 days. So I would really love it if you guys would join me every day, just so that I can give you more tips. This is not a topic that can be dealt with in one half-an-hour slot. It's expansive. Getting yourself from a space of being literally allergic to exercising to becoming somebody who realizes that it's as important as brushing your teeth. I had clients who told me, do I have to work out on a Sunday? So I used to always say, do you brush your teeth on a Sunday? You do. Why don't you not brush your teeth on a Sunday? Because you know it's something that your body needs and you have to put in on a daily basis. So would I say you stand in the bathroom and you brush your teeth for 1 hour without fail? If you fail, no more brushing your teeth for the rest of the year. Hi Jai Vedhan, good morning. Welcome. You wouldn't do that to yourself, right? If you have to rush for a meeting and you don't have time and you have to pack a tiffin, or you have to just fly out because you've got a 4 a.m. flight, you still find time to brush your teeth. So you have to find time to do something physical, something. And over the span of the next 21 days, I will be showing you things that you don't even need to leave your house to do. So that excuse is out of the window. You don't need to have a gym membership. Gym memberships are expensive. I have paid for gym memberships which I have not used. Those gym owners are now sending their kids to college because of me. Lots of fees gone waste on my part. You don't need to do that. You just need to commit to turning up and being there for yourself every day. What does it need? Does it really need you to work towards a six-pack and do 1 whole hour of crunches? You do not need to do any of that. But yes, everybody can do 5 minutes of a plank every day. Definitely. Even the very, very easy kind, even if you're very, very overweight and you can't hold a plank on your elbows, you can start on your hands. Your body will respond. And as you get better, trust me, I've been there too. There are times when you'll get on the mat and you used to be able to do something and you can't do it anymore. Good morning, Sadarshana. Happy New Year to you too. You used to be able to do something, and it's so demotivating. There are two types of people, right, who are struggling today with their own health. There are people who have fallen off the wagon for whatever reason, who used to be thinner or fitter, or who did work out regularly and now cannot for whatever reason, or have not, I will not say cannot, have not been for whatever reason. And there are people who've never worked out, never thought of themselves as fit. So therefore they're not required to do this on a daily basis. So they've never worked out at all ever before, properly, towards a set goal. They've not thought of themselves. It's like, I am this lady sitting here now, and that person there on Facebook or in that workout video or on TV is just naturally blessed with that six-pack. I mean, what do you do? Not realizing that that person is taking certain steps that you could take as well. Bollywood actresses don't look that way without doing anything. They work out. Today's lot definitely works out. If you check out Instagram, it's all over the place. You just look at Katrina Kaif and Alia Bhatt working out together. Like, they really work out. They're fit. So, first of all, it's achievable. That may not be achievable today. It may be achievable 100 days from now, or 200 days from now, or 600 days from now. But the change you will experience in your self, in your body, in your life, by simply committing 5 minutes to yourself to begin with, is huge. It will do many, many things. One of them being, you will realize that you are capable of setting boundaries for yourself, setting limitations for yourself, setting goals for yourself, and accomplishing them. That achievement itself is a high. Much better if it's a small achievement than in your mind if it's a big failure. If you've committed to 1 hour of a workout and you've not done it for a whole week, then you'll kick yourself for it. And that will not get you in a good space to accomplish anything next Monday, which is for some reason the day that people start things. So it would be wiser perhaps to say, you know what, starting now, even if it is a Tuesday and even if it is 3 in the afternoon, it's the wrong time and the wrong day, I'm going to roll out my exercise mat. But you need to buy a mat first. That's a whole different thing. So you roll out a mat, you wear your sneakers, and you sit on it. And you do that every day for a week. And once you've done that for a week, the next week you will realize that it's not so bad, I can do this. I will find time to sit on that mat. I'm very serious about this. It sounds silly. It's okay if you meditate. I'm okay with that also. But the point here is to make that appointment with yourself and to keep it. Nothing else. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters that you show up. It matters that you hold yourself accountable for the promise that you made yourself. And if you're accountable, you need not be accountable. Maybe let's not push it to 100%. You can be accountable 10%. You can say, okay, today I will not tell myself I'm going to do the whole workout, but I will show up. So you will make sure maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, if we meet again, I'm here again tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. That's India time. I will get my mat, I will roll it out, and I will sit on my mat with you. And if you could do that with me, get your shoes on and just sit, show up. And we will see what we can do from that. Because every day if you're going to turn up and sit and listen to me talking and trying to push you towards having a better body and a better life, then you can continue with that in the future as well. Start with small achievable goals, measurable, something you're accountable for, something that you don't need to, it's like if you have to climb over something, you've got a wall that's way high and you've got a brick wall that's that big. Why would you allow yourself to choose the wall that's that high? It's going to be much harder than the wall that's smaller. So let's overcome the little challenges first. The little challenges are finding the time. Good morning, Lalita. Happy New Year. Welcome. Let's overcome the little challenges. Let's say that showing up is an issue for me. You can identify that. You know whether it's hard for you. Are you actually finding it hard while you're on the treadmill, or do you find it harder actually going there? 99% of the people will find it harder to get there. Once they're there, they'll manage. Nobody gets on the elliptical and just stops. They'll push themselves, but they'll do the full half an hour. But getting there is an issue. So if that is your problem, if you are not able to commit to showing up, then let's work on that first. So starting today, Today, I already gave you our tips to get over the hangover. So that's no longer an excuse. That's excuse number one we've shot down. No hangovers, no I don't feel like it, no nothing. Today, please commit to finding a zone for yourself. Get a mat, lace up your shoes. If you can get into your workout gear, head to toe. Do it. And sit down and do nothing. Just for today. Those of you who are extra motivated and who want to push yourself a bit, make sure that you do a plank on your hands for a minute. You can break it up into small sections. A plank on your elbows for a minute, and then repeat that 5 times. So you've done 5 minutes of hand planks and 5 minutes of elbow planks. It doesn't have to be that. Please, I'm giving you this if you really want to challenge yourself a little, because that means that you've done your bit for the day. If you can also stick in a walk, that would be fabulous. 20 minutes. It's the easiest thing on earth. You just have to get headphones, pick your favorite track, and just go. And time yourself on the basis of the songs. Most songs are 3 to 5 minutes. Hindi songs are 5 minutes. English songs are 3 minutes. 5 songs, you've done 15 minutes. 10 songs, you've done 30 minutes. And it's not hard. Make yourself a playlist. Everybody can do that. And use that every day, because sometimes the repetition also helps. You know that you know what to expect. So something you start making forward. Again, you will not always find 30 minutes. It's okay. Commit to showing up. Commit to going down there. I have a podium parking thing which I can walk on. I have had days when I've just gone downstairs, not really felt like doing anything, and come up. But I've patted myself on the back. I've not cursed myself for failing. I've patted myself on the back for showing up. You do get one little half mark for that. But also, it's important to commit to tomorrow doing a little better. So if you did nothing yesterday, maybe you can do nothing plus 0.1 today. And every day push yourself. If I decide to do push-ups, I will not decide to do 100 push-ups today. I will say I'll do 1. And tomorrow, my only responsibility is to do 2. Plus 1. Do you think if I do plus 1 every day, on the 100th day, I will be doing 100 push-ups? Obviously. Along the way, I will have gotten stronger also. For all you know, I've gained so much strength, I'll be able to do 120 that day. But my responsibility is only that plus 1. So your responsibility today is only that show up, and tomorrow will be plus 1. And that's it. So my entire purpose for starting this series that I plan to be doing for the next 21 days, those of you who joined later and who missed it, is that all of us make resolutions mostly for fitness and exercise. I'm sure it correlates to a lot of areas in your life also. And it's okay to not follow through, because it's just something that we say. You know, this year I'm going to work out. This year I'm going to lose all this weight. This year I plan to quit smoking. And then Jan 3rd, somebody offers you a cigarette and you're like, chal chhod na. And that's how we treat our lives. But then I get a little serious here. It's how we treat everything in our lives, isn't it? So how many things in your life are you starting and then saying, chal chhod na? Where is that going to lead you? Nowhere, right? And fast. So my purpose for doing this is to create a space where we are able to hold each other accountable for turning up, primarily. Secondly, I'll be giving tips and guidelines on how you can get past excuses that you've had for years. I will be focusing mostly on your health, because that is what I do. I will be giving diet tips. I will be giving workout tips. If we can do a short workout together, I'd love to do that also. So if you guys want to spread the word, I'm going to be here 8:30 in the morning every day for 21 days. Today's day 1. Theme is no excuses. Health is non-negotiable, and it is a priority. That is the theme. And today's topic I chose was the first excuse that people give on the 1st of January, which is I'm too hungover to work out. So I gave you 2 tips on how you cannot be hungover anymore. I'm going to repeat them because there are people who just joined in. Hi, Mom. My mom's joined in. She's not hungover for sure, but she really needs to work out every day, so she'll be doing it as well. Number 1, hydrate. Drink lots of water. Drink it during the day, please, throughout. Number 2, have a high fat, high protein breakfast. Even though you think you're not hungry, it will settle any queasiness and nausea that you might have, and you'll feel a lot better after an hour of having ingested that. Please don't use that as an excuse to not do what you have committed to do. Think of exercise and health, not just exercise, health. Okay, yeah, exercise. As brushing your teeth, you can't not do it. You do it every day and you do it for the rest of your life, because that will create a fantastic life for you in so many ways. It's such a huge high when you choose to do something and you actually feel it. And let me tell you, a lot of people who have been emotional eaters their whole life don't realize the power of exercise, how much of a high it is. They call it a runner's high for a reason. How much of a high it is to have achieved accomplished a workout that you set out to do. And you feel so good, and the effects last a lot longer than they would if it was a cookie, or a cake, or a, I don't know, samosa, some sort of junk. So, the chips, the potato chips, those are a big thing, aren't they? So working out is a lot more fun than that. So maybe experiencing that, but without the pressure of having to do a whole buttload of stuff all at once, would create a good experience, and anybody can try it, right? So I'm going to tune out now. I've been here for a while. I would like all of you guys, if you're here today, to also be here tomorrow morning at 8:30 and see what we can do to do our +1 more step that we want to do. And that's it. Have a great day. Have a fantastic new year. And I hope that I can guide you to get past this tendency and this habit to make a commitment, to make a resolution and not keep it. Maybe if we can do this together for 21 days, we'll get past that speed bump. So that's all for me today. Thank you so much for joining in, guys who have come in. And please spread the word and make sure that I have more people in tomorrow, because I would like it that everybody experiences what it feels like to actually turn up for themselves. And if I can be a small, a small cog in that machine, which allows you to change, because a little cog can affect a big wheel, can affect a big wheel, can affect 3 big wheels. And at the end of that 3rd wheel will be something really, really important. And this little cog will not look important today, but it is, because it leads to something huge later. Maybe something you can't even see. And there are a lot of little cogs like that. And I'm one of them. So if you could be a part, if you could allow me to be a part of that entire mechanism, which will lead to a much bigger, huger, wonderful, fantastic life for you, then I'd be very, very grateful. So thank you so much. I'm blessed to have you guys tuned in. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. And if you have any questions, any queries, any comments, just anything that you would want from me, any tips you require, any more questions that you have on what I told you today, please feel free to message me on Facebook, or follow my Instagram and my Facebook page. And if you have anything, please leave a comment for me on this video. Thank you so much, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.